is. This is where the event gets real. Jeff Adler, your 2023 CrossFit Games champion. 3 of them in the field. The other one's Justin Medeiros. He's got 2 under his belt. Jake Crouch on the right side of your screen, staring down Jason Hopper.
And Hopper's just so fast up and down that pegboard. Adler had a lead on him at first, and now he's taking that away quickly.
Austin Hatfield just got on the pegboard for his round of 4 as he shakes his head on the way to the barbell. Jason Hopper in the lead still. Here comes Jeff Adler to his left. 3 cleans at 265. Jeff Adler took the first event of the day. Jason Hopper sitting tied for 4th with Roman Krennikov in points. Roman Krennikov has the tiebreaker, which gives him that 3rd place position. Jason Hopper finished 4th last year at the CrossFit Games. He's been eyeing that podium for several years.
That's right, this is going to be the year. It's a workout just like this where he has to make a big statement.
Ricky Garrard just getting off the pegboard, so Garrard is falling back. And the back half of this pack is Justin Medeiros. He's moving back to the pegboard for the 3rd time. 2 reps left to go. Justin Medeiros about to start his first rep. Just in front of him is Jeff Adler finishing his first one as Jason Hopper on the far right side of your screen, closing out his 2nd climb. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Time to beat 609.10 by Jack Rosenbach. Here comes Jason Hopper.
And you love to see it, the urgency going to the barbell. This is that moment in which we saw Fisagapi start to really pull away as well on the women's side, but Adler is quick on his heels as he approaches his barbell as well.
Hopper saddles up for a 285-pound complex. 2 points giving away a free trip for 2 to the 2026 CrossFit Games. That includes airfare, lodging, and 2 full weekend passes included. Visit tuberoom.com/2026 to enter. Justin Medeiros gets his first rep at 285. 2 champs side by side. Medeiros in 21 and 22. Adler in 23. Roman Krennikov's done. 1 rep left to go. Harry Lightfoot trying to sneak up in main lane number 9. Jason Hopper, your current leader in this heat, has a minute to go to maybe get himself an event win. Wow. Last pegboard is done. Adler. Medeiros. Krennikov has moved in to 2nd. Jason Hopper. 305 cleans good. Front squat's good. And another event win for Jason Hopper. Roman's in. Adler has to take a step back, and Medeiros is in. Jake Crouch on the right picks up the bar before Adler. Adler just lost about 20 seconds on that last clean. I did not see what happened to Adler, but he stepped away from the bar and 3 guys blew by him. That finish for Jake Crouch. We said it's so close. For points on the leaderboard, Crouch at 176. We had a 16-point buffer between Hopper and Krennikov. That's Ricky Garrard, who was sitting in first, is trying everything he can to stop the bleeding. We talked about we had an Australian female on top of the leaderboard, and an Australian male on top of the leaderboard. Going into tomorrow, we may have the same exact thing, but it may be a different name for the men. sitting in second place.
And here comes Pepper.
Heads up, Ricky. Points are precious at the 2025 CrossFit Games for the men. Pepper runs up ahead of Ricky. 4 more points gone. And there is a chance Jay Crouch could be wearing the white leaders jersey for the first time in his career.
Hatfield's struggling on these pegboards. Chase, I do my homework. I've been watching some things and listening to some things. He says, hey, Rich still spanks me around in a couple workouts. Pegboards and bench presses is a couple of them. And I'm thinking, well, who wouldn't Rich smack around in workouts like that? But also, is it because it's something he really needs to spend some time working on? And that could be showing a little bit here in this couple. A little bit more exposure, a little more time under tension on the pegboard for Mr. Hatfield might be on the menu here in the coming months.
Hatfield, who's sitting in 6th overall, tied with Jeff Adler. Colin Bossart. Trying to finish out here. And Hatfield is only on the second bar.
We've seen some athletes, Chase, take some pretty big hits and still be able to finish in some pretty miraculous ways. This is going to be one of those moments for Mr. Hatfield. He's going to have to shake off real quick if he wants to find himself on that podium machine.
1 minute before we hit that 10-minute time count.
Every one of these repetitions is going to matter here, so if he can get to that pegboard and get 2 down, it'll go a long way.
Colin Bossart finishing up his second rep in the round of 2. As we have 15 seconds remaining. I don't know if it'll be enough time for Hatfield to sneak in that extra rep. We saw the same thing on the women's side. There might not be a lot of shifting, but there will be a lot of compressing.
Yep.
As Jason Hopper gets another event win in his career. James Sprague gets 3rd overall in the event. Should put him in the top 10 going into day number 2, which is vital with the competition that we have here this weekend. And it may be less of who's going to win the most, but who's going to stumble the least. As we share these highlights by Road Fitness.
Well, and it was a clinic by Hopper all the way from the start. He ascends the pegboard quickly, but it's this ascent there, literally about a 3-touch process where he only puts the pegs in twice in order to get below the start line every single time, is where he's able to really create tremendous separation. And throughout this, the barbell was nothing but look at the secret weapon. We saw people with the towels doing all kinds of different things. Hopper knew, hey, I gotta walk to my pocket, let me put my towel there and step on it, just like a basketball player would before entering the game. And it showed to be a huge advantage in separator there. That's a veteran move. You gotta find different ways to create separation between you and the field. Mr. Hopper said, hey, this one's mine for the taking, boys. I'll take these 100.
Your results of event number 3. Fast and furious final heat. Jason Hopper will take the win. Roland Krenikoff in second. Harry Lightfoot just edges out Justin Medeiros by a 1/10 of a second. But all eyes on Jay Crouch in the lead. He said points are precious, point gaps are tight.
This is where you start to feel that pressure, Chase. Are you going to do it? No, he's going to break. It's smart. How composed can they stay and how do they respond? Time under tension really starts to add up here.
Crouch breaks for the first time. Here comes James Sprague. But Jay is starting to pull away on the
Chase, I'm gonna already tell you, this heat is not like the last heat that we just watched. We've got some runners on deck here in this top 15, and I think they're really already showing us that they're coming out at a much more aggressive pace on those woodworks.
Jay Crouch tied for first place in points as Jason Hopper holds on to that tiebreaker, but what a day for Jay.
Yeah, Jay did exactly what we expected him to do. Well-rounded from start to finish. Again, we can give him the category in the most positive way as a creeper. He's going to creep through this weekend. He might not win 100 points at any one given event, but he is going to be steadily towards the top.
Roman Krennikov is in that third overall position. He's between the point spread of ties on the leaderboard as Roman, as he usually does, gets a lot of fanfare from the crowd. But heavy is the head that wears the white leader jersey, Jason Hopper, donning the red and white for the first time in his career. What type of pressure does that come with?
It comes with a lot of pressure, and I think there's a unique mindset that you have to go in. Yes, you want to acknowledge that, hey, you're in a position that you want to be, but you also have to equally acknowledge you have so much more work to do and simply get hyper-focused on one event at a time.
It's just nice to see an outfit that matches his hair color for the first time.
Hey, the audience said they loved it. So who's he going to listen to, the crowd or his wife?
We know it's always white. Always white. Jason Hopper in the center lane, Jay Crouch to his left. Jay Crouch is on the runner first, along with Ricky Garrard and Austin Hatfield.
We saw a lot of this in the first heat as well, where it was very crowded at the bar, quick transition from the runner, many athletes select and opt for a pace that's really similar to one another. And then we're going to start to see some paces start to settle as we're going to see the deadlift rep be broken up.
12 deadlifts at 350 pounds with that big axle bar. It's Ricky Garrard is trying to keep pace with his countryman Jay Crouch. Ricky Garrard is donning the leader jersey last night in the third event. Lost it in the pegboard to Jason Hopper. 50 feet down, 50 feet back. Athletes can stop in the middle at that yellow 25-foot halfway mark, but we haven't really seen that to the later rounds due to fatigue.
And that transition was extremely fast here by Jay. I mean, it was literally looking like the transition of a shuttle when his feet touched the ground and immediately he was right back to those hands and upside down.
Jay Crouch back to the runner, had the second fastest split of all the athletes in the first round at 2:38. Ricky Garrard had the fastest at 2:36.
And this is where we're really going to start to see some large separation from heat 1 to heat 2. It's going to be the cyclical speed at which they hold on the woodwork. I would argue that Nick Matthew may have some of the faster deadlift splits even after the event and entirely is said and done. But this is where so much time can be made up on these runners, and these men all have the fitness to attack it aggressively.
Jason Hopper, your overall leader after day one. Had 300 points yesterday. We've got 400 points on the table today. Jason Hopper's looking side to side, trying to catch some run paces.
And I think this makes it harder for Jason. He's very much one of those athletes that feeds off of the presence and positions of other athletes. We see him constantly looking left to right, and here it's a bit more of a blind experience as you can only hope to read stride cadence and a bit of body language from knowing where your competitors are.
Jason Hopper, lane 8, Roman Krennikov, third overall. There's a handful of points